Hello, and welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Today I have the pleasure of sitting down with our City Administrator, Chad Brecklin. Chad, how are you doing today?
Good, Andrew. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Nice to sit down with you. It's been a little bit since I sat with you. I think actually the last time I sat with you was your last interview with us as police chief. And
That
now
may
I'm
have been. I don't remember the exact timing, but it is
Mhm.
definitely good to sit down and chat with you. They say variety is the spice of life. So between mixing it up between you and Jeremy, that's got to be a good thing, right?
Exactly. You always got to keep everyone on their toes, depending who you're going to talk to. And, our interview styles, I know are different. So,
And there's nothing
anyways,
wrong with that.
right.
Well, and
Exactly.
we can let Jeremy know that it's good to mix it up now and then, since he's
Yep.
not here to defend
Oh, and
himself.
he would be absolutely fine with that. Is the more mixing of him not on TV, he'd be absolutely fine with that. So we'll keep that on a down low and just say, no, you're good. Everyone likes you, Jeremy. So all right. Well, today we're going to get a little bit of a update from the city. We're going to talk about a few public information meetings coming up, and then some other topics as well. So first, we're going to talk about a little bit of, we got a public meeting coming up next week on the 29th for the Sain Road reconstruction project.
Yeah, so Andrew, as you mentioned, there is a public information meeting scheduled for next week on the 29th in regards to the Sain Road reconstruction project. There is currently a portion of Sain Road that is already under construction. That specifically is Sain Road just to the south of Lacey Road and down towards Hilltop Drive. Hilltop Road is the current area that's generally under construction for some water main sewer related work, and then some roadway reconstruction. That will hopefully wrap up in time for the construction season this year, but there have been a couple of delays on that project or portion of the project, and they may have to just make sure they can get some things finished in time for the construction season, and some other portions of that section may need to wait until next year. But also the section north of Lacey Road to McCoy Road, or West Clayton Road, really is the next section that's up for reconstruction. Part of that will be done in 2022 is the current thought process of the engineering department. And obviously this meeting will be an opportunity for the public to learn more from the engineering department on what the plans are for that particular portion of the project, what section might be done in 2022 and what sections may be done and beyond that. There's also some plans to redesign the intersection at Sain Road and McCoy Road that has some grant funds potentially tied to it as well that can affect some of the timelines here. But again, this is an opportunity for the public to participate in the process, learn more about what the design plans are for that stretch of road, and what the timing is.
All right. So again, coming out on Wednesday, the 29th, next week, 5:30 to 7:30. We do have in person here at the council chambers, but we do, and the city does recommend to do the Zoom feature to come on if you do want to participate. We will be able to have you on Zoom, and we can get you that info and how to sign up for that to join us. Also, another meeting happening the next night is actually the Parks Plan, their 10-year update through pretty much the entire city, and kind of a comprehensive plan of all the parks, open spaces, and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another opportunity for our community to provide some input and stay engaged with their government. As you mentioned, on a regular basis, the Parks Department will update, or the city will update its parks and open space plan. So this is an opportunity again for our people to participate in that process, learn more about what goes into creating or updating that parks and open space plan. That plan, as it's updated moving forward, will ultimately be approved by the Park Commission, at least any changes to it, and then forwarded on to the City Council for further consideration and hopefully ultimate adoption. And again, that plan will cover multiple years, approximately the next 5 to 10 years of park planning and open space planning and management for the city. So again, I would encourage people to participate in that meeting. And I think, as you've mentioned, there is an option to attend in person here at City Hall, although the preferred method of attendance is through virtual means, through the Zoom link that's provided, and you can register for that on the city's website.
Yep, and that one will be 6:30 to 8:30 again on that on the 30th on that Thursday. And yeah, same rules apply there, in person or virtual between both of those public information meetings.
Yeah, and I think in that particular case, you can also reach out directly to our Parks and Recreation Director, Scott Endel, for the link to that particular meeting as well. So his email is listed on the city's website.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and again, for the for people wanting to participate on Zoom, that is for participating public members. So if you wanted to speak on something, that would be using. Otherwise, if you want to just view, please go either in chambers, or please join us on our F2 or F3 Gov channel or online, and to be able to just watch the meeting. Now we're going
Absolutely.
to go
Bring up a good point there, Jeremy. If I may I'm sorry, Andrew, if I may.
Yes.
Just kind of deviate just slightly off topic of the ability to view those meetings and presentations on the Fact TV F3 channel. I just want to reiterate, we're very fortunate to have you and the rest of the Fact TV team, who does such a great job of broadcasting all city meetings, so that our public does get an opportunity to see what is happening in its government, and an opportunity to stay informed without having to be present at all of these meetings. You're streaming these meetings, and they can be viewed when people have the time and the ability to do that. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. And we want to make sure everything is viewable, and as a city, we want to be transparent. So making sure everyone's available and it's available as many places as possible to be viewed if you're unable to make it, especially during this pandemic time we've had in the last year and a half. Also, now we're going to move on to some redistricting, and that's kind of happening fast here, that all of that has to happen. Why don't you explain a little bit about the redistricting process?
Yeah, so tied to the 10-year census, municipalities, counties, and states all do a redistricting process as it relates to potential changes in where people are living, population growth, and those sorts of things. So obviously there was a census in 2020. Typically this process would have been in progress already, but due to a delay in getting census data, the process has been delayed till now. Normally it would have started in May or June, but ultimately, we're getting started here in the coming weeks with the local redistricting here in Fitchburg. So our timeline is contingent upon Dane County completing its redistricting process. And Dane County anticipates having 3 maps of options available for the county board to review, and then ultimately, ideally adopt one of those options on October 14th. We here in Fitchburg have approximately 3 weeks to then do our redistricting process, have that approved by City Council, and then forwarded back to Dane County for inclusion in the redistricting process. Normally we have about 60 days to do this process. And as you can see by the current timeline, we have been afforded approximately 3 weeks to get this work done. We have a couple of things that folks may find of interest. We do have an ad hoc redistricting committee that's been put together. That committee consists of 6 community members, 1 from each of the current 4 aldermanic districts, and then 2 at-large community members, 1 specifically representing the rural portion of Fitchburg as an at-large member. There are 3 staff members as part of this redistricting committee, and then the mayor is part of the committee, as well as the chair, Randy Udell, Alder Udell, as well. So we are looking in the coming week to 2 weeks to create a specific web page on the city's website that will provide information on the redistricting process. It will have some links back to the state site with a lot of redistricting information, as well as a link back to the Dane County redistricting website, and then some additional information about the Fitchburg's process specifically. So I would encourage folks who have an interest in the redistricting process to check that website. The meetings of the committee will be available for the public to view. There'll also be an opportunity for the public to provide their input as well into the redistricting process. So city staff will begin to identify some potential modifications based upon the census data that's been provided to us. We are under a number of guidelines that we have to abide by. Specifically, the districts need to have some continuity to them. We don't want to create any islands or have irregularly shaped districts. The wards have to align with the county supervisory districts so that we don't have a ward that spans multiple county supervisory districts. And then based upon our population, our wards have to have a population range of between 600 to 2,100 within each of those wards by accordance to the guidelines. So again, I would encourage folks to pay attention to that process and participate where you have those opportunities. And again, Fact TV and the city website are good resources to utilize to stay up to date on that whole process.
Yes, and as Chad said, we'll make sure to keep everyone up to date here on Talking Fitchburg and on our Facebook and YouTube pages. When the meetings are, when the this part of the website is put up for information. And again, this is there is somewhat of a public process to this too, right, Chad? So public are able to attend and participate in at least some of these meetings.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely a public opportunity for participation in this process. We want to be as open and transparent. I know those are sometimes overused words, but that is definitely something we are striving to do with this entire process here. And we definitely encourage participation by our community members.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you, Chad, for your time today. We got really caught in on those topics. This was great. Redistricting, it's a big task, and you have a small amount of time to do it for the city this year compared to what you would normally get. So there's lots to do in those few weeks during the redistricting process. So again, everyone, keep up to date on the city website. And again, if you have any questions, I'm sure we can contact you, Chad, as well as any other of the department heads that you may want to get in contact with about your questions.
Yeah, absolutely. My email address is on the city website, as is my phone number. Our department heads are also listed. And then I also would encourage folks that we do have what's called a notify me feature on our website, which allows you to enter in an email address and check areas of interest that you may have to receive notification about, events, meetings, and certain other things that are all happening here at City Hall.
Yeah, it does work well. We sign up for here in the Fact TV area to make sure we don't miss anything either, and they definitely get used. So if you are interested, use that for sure. The notify me is a very nice feature to have for our website. All right, again, thank you, Chad, and we'll speak to you next month on your next update.
Sounds good. Thank you, Andrew. Enjoy your day.
Yes, you as well. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be coming right back with more Talking Fitchburg.